Hey beautiful people, welcome to Closet Confections TV. I'm your host Kendra and today I have a hair tutorial. So if you like the style that I'm wearing right now, the sophisticated updo with some sleek shiny curls, then stick around and I will show you how it all went down. Hey peeps, so I am starting out with freshly washed hair. I just got out of the shower about 15 minutes ago. So this is my hair in all of its glory. So if you're curious about what products I use when I wash my hair, I just grabbed whatever I had on hand. So first off, I started with the Hask Keratin Protein Smoothing Shampoo. And that's this one here. So this shampoo was actually sent to me by the Hask company for review last year, and I've used up almost all of it, and it's a pretty good one. I like this one because it's sulfate free, but it lathers up really nicely. So this one I use quite a bit. The next product that I used to deep condition my hair was also sent to me by Motions last year, and this is the Treat and Repair Color Care Deep Moisture Mask. And that one, no, my hair is not color treated, as you can see by all the gray hairs that I have sprouting up, but that's because I'm wise. But this one, I like it a lot. It has amla, coconut, and vitamin E oils, and I notice when I use this in my hair, it provides a lot of slip, so it makes detangling in the shower go as easy as it can for my highly textured kinky hair, but like I said, I do enjoy that one. And basically after I wash my hair, I just part it into 4 sections while I'm still in the shower as I deep condition. So I shampoo my hair just all in one big mass. And then as I deep condition it, I section it, make sure I get product all the way through. And then this is what you have here, the 4 sections that I'm gonna take down one by one. And this style that I'm gonna show you works best on blow-dried hair. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so the blow dry I'm going to use is the Infinity Pro by Conair. I don't even know if they still make this thing because I've had it for quite some time, a few years. But I have the double detangling attachment is what I'm using because I broke all the teeth in the single detangling attachment. So these seem to be a little bit more sturdy, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Guys, just wanted to pop back in as I get ready to blow dry my last section of hair, and I figured out what leave-in heat protectant I'm using, and this is the Jane Carter Solution Healthy Hair Frizz-Free Styling Smoother. So far I've been enjoying it. Like you can see, this is a sample size, but so far so good. So let's get finished. Alright, so everything has been washed, detangled, we're all blown out, and now we're ready to get styling. I'm going to be using the Caruso Professional Steam Roller System, and if you've never heard of that before, this is what it looks like. So basically it's 2 components. So there's this one chamber that you fill with water, and then you place in the heating unit. So the heating unit just goes in here and you plug it all in, and then what you do is you take one of the rollers, and these are the rollers, so they come in 4 sizes. So there's the jumbo, and then there's the large. To me, they look pretty much the same size, but there is a subtle difference. So the jumbo and the large, and then we also have the medium rollers and the small or petite rollers. So there you have it. I'm gonna use the larger rollers in the back of my hair, and then towards the front is where I'll use the smaller rollers because that's the part that I want to be really curly. The back is gonna be mostly pinned up anyways, how you guys saw my hair before. So that's what I'm gonna do. So basically you fill this chamber up with water, you plug it in, and it heats up super quickly. It takes like a minute or 2. And then what you do is you take each of the roller and you snap off the hard plastic cover, and it's like a soft sponge roller. It's got hard plastic in the middle, but this part is just sponge. And then you pop the roller on top and you leave it on for literally like 8 seconds per roller, and then you take it right back out. So you don't want to leave the rollers on for longer than 8 or 10 seconds because then the rollers will become saturated and it'll take a long time for your hair to dry. So 8 seconds, I would say, is plenty. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so you guys may or may not be able to hear and see that, but the steamer is going, and like I said, it took about 60 seconds tops for it to heat up, and you can see the steam coming out. So I'm just gonna take my roller and wait 8 seconds, and then we pop it right off. And then I just take a small section of hair, and there we go. So I'm just going to continue that all over my head, and I will be back so you can see the finished product. Alright guys, so now I'm ready to do the top of my head. So setting the back, I got about 12 rollers in, or 11 rollers in, and it took me about 3 minutes. So now I'm going to switch to the smaller rollers and do the top. Alright guys, so I went to pop back in to roll up my last section of hair, and as you can see, I have just about used the entire bag of rollers. So here we go. Alright, so that's all there is to it, guys. So I think I didn't miss any strands. Let me do a check. Alright, so like I said, I have a big head, so I probably used almost the entire bag of rollers. I have about maybe 4 or 5 left. And the whole process was super quick. It took me, I timed it, so like 10 minutes tops, I think. So now I'm just gonna let this sit, and typically by the time it takes me to do my makeup and get dressed, these will be ready to pop out. I could probably take them out in 5 minutes and the hair would be set. So I've seen a couple of YouTube fails where people with natural hair have tried to use the Caruso steam rollers, and a couple of things that I noticed. One, I think people don't have the right expectations about these rollers. Like I said, I find that they work best on stretched hair. My hair texture, if you're into hair typing, is probably about a 4B, I would say, maybe 4A in some parts and 4C in some others, but you know, pretty kinky textured. So you do have to stretch your hair first. You don't have to necessarily blow dry it. Sometimes I can get away with just like smoothing it down at night and letting it air dry, but it definitely needs to be stretched. Number 2, I saw one YouTube video where, oh bless her heart, the girl slept in these overnight, and when she took them out, she was so disappointed in the results. And you do not need to sleep in these overnight. The whole point in these rollers is that your hair gets set within minutes. So yeah, leaving them overnight won't do anything extra, but just cause you to be extremely uncomfortable. Third, I've just seen people, like you'll see when I take my hair down, they're not going to be like super sleek curls. It's not going to look like a press and curl or like you used a flat iron or anything like that. I like this style, like I said, for updos. I think it's a great prep. It's a great way to kind of stretch your hair a little bit more, and I think the results are probably more similar to like a blowout with some curl or bounce to it. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. All right, so I think that's pretty much it in terms of, you know, what you need to know about the rollers. They're pretty straightforward. So I'm just gonna go put on some makeup, pick out an outfit, and then we'll get started with the takedown. All right, peeps, I'm back and I'm ready for the takedown. So these rollers have been in my hair for about as long as it took me to put on some makeup and put on a top. So about 10 minutes. And now I'm gonna take them down. So as you can see, the hair curled pretty much the way I expected it to. So the larger rollers are what I used in the back, and the large ones, because my hair is short, those just slip right out. So you can see here, I'm taking them out and I'm examining the rollers, and there's like 1 strand of hair I found so far. So yeah, you don't have to worry about the sponge, you know, drying your hair out or snatching your hair out. These come out super easily, as you can see. And I think that's the last of the large rollers. So for the small and the medium-sized rollers, I do like to be just a little bit careful, a little more careful, because I rolled those a lot tighter. So my hair was wound around these a lot more tightly, so I'm just gonna take a little extra care when taking those out, because I do not want to lose any strands unnecessarily. And just in general, I like to try to be gentle with my hair. Maybe it's just because I just had years of frustration with the pressing comb growing up, or getting my hair braided and whatnot, or going to the salon and getting it permed and burning it. So now that I'm natural, I try to be as gentle as possible, give my hair some extra TLC. I used to dread going to the salon and getting my hair done, but now, you know, it's not so much of a chore. And that's another thing. I've heard so many of my friends have been natural, I would say 3 years, between 3 and 5 years, and now they're just getting frustrated with their hair. Maybe it hasn't grown as much, they spend too much time on it, and they're about ready to throw in the towel and give up. So I do want to start doing more hair tutorials just on my personal mission, just to show that it doesn't have to be hard, guys. It doesn't have to be a struggle. You can just find a few tools, a few easy methods of doing your hair, things that don't take forever. I would say from the time I stepped into the shower into the time that this style is done, if I'm not yapping on YouTube, this entire process could take me 45 minutes. And I can wear this style, you know, maybe I might have to put in sponge rollers at night a few times, but I could wear this style for an entire week. And it doesn't have to take all of your time. So just a note, you know, for my people who are team natural and about ready to throw in the towel, not subway towel, but the towel, one last roller, you know, don't give up. Just find a few quick, easy styles that you can do. Don't make it so hard on yourself. You don't have to do the most with your natural hair. It's not necessary. Okay, so this is the final look that we have. Not the final look, but almost. A couple more steps left. Yeah, these are my curls, so not bad. I feel like for minimal heat, just the steam from the steam roller, and it's not too hot, it's not damaging on your hair. My hair feels super soft right now, and I just only gave it like a 5-minute deep condition while I was in the shower. And on to the very next step. So depending on your hair texture, you might be able to just pick this out and just wear like a curly fro. That could look super dope. But if you're like me, if you're just on the go and you just want something easy peasy, I'm gonna do a puff. So this is my curly puff look. So what I'm gonna do is I have, you know, those black goody headbands that go like a headband? I just take those and I snip them in the middle. And I make my own like DIY stretchy hair ties. So that's all I did there. And then I'm gonna use a couple of bobby pins just to secure everything in place. So you'll just need about 2 or 3 bobby pins. And so the next thing I like to do is I just take a wide tooth comb and just sort of guide everything up in the back. Just like if you were doing a ponytail or a puff. So just get everything up, sweep it up towards the top of your head. Take a peek in the mirror and see what I'm looking like. Okay, yep, that's exactly what I was going for. And then you just take the hair tie or whatever you use to make your ponytails or your puffs, and I just take this across the back of my head, over my ears, kind of scoot it up into place. Not too tight because you don't want to snatch your edges. And then I tie it around once in the back, and I just tie it like in a little knot or a bow. So it's like you would tie a shoelace. That's how I'm tying this up in the back. All right. And make sure I got everything the way I like it. Yep. And then I just take a bobby pin on this side. Another bobby pin on this side in the front. And then one last bobby pin here. And this is it. Right? So not bad. So this hair, and like I said, these curls, I could probably sleep tonight and just put on, I'll be honest, I don't really sleep with a bonnet, but I used to sleep with a silk scarf or a bonnet, but you know, I don't have time for that. So I just use a satin pillowcase. But if you wanted to tie it up at night, these curls would probably last through the night. I could probably get away with not doing anything else and wear it for day 2. After day 2 with these curls, probably I could just use some sponge rollers at night. I have the satin covered sponge rollers, and I probably use about 10 or so in my hair, so not nearly as many as I did the first time with the Caruso steam rollers, but just like a few in the back and a few at the top, just to kind of keep the curls going. And literally this style would last until I wash my hair again. So however often you wash your hair, you could just do this 45-minute hairstyle, maybe an hour, and then just be done for the rest of the week. All right, so if I'm being extra fancy and I want to like lay down my edges, sometimes I wear this for like special events and special occasions because I think it's a nice little elegant updo. I will slick my edges down, but just for every day, like I said, I'm all about easy styles that no fuss, no muss, but I'll show you what I do just to slick the edges down in just a second. All right, guys, so this next step is totally optional and totally up to you if this is, you know, what you're into. But for the next step, if I just want to get a smooth finish, I will use my handy dandy Eco Styler gel, and this is the one with olive oil. I found all of the Eco Styler gels work fine for me. There's some with argan oil, some with coconut oil, but this is what I have. This tub has lasted me. I've had this for at least a year. So you just take some of that, and I just do a little bit in the front, and maybe a little bit more in the back. And just take that and smooth it. Sometimes I'll add water, but not necessary. And then I just take my brush, and sort of, this is just a boar bristle, soft, very soft boar bristle brush. My very soft boar bristle brush, and we'll just brush everything up. And then if you want to do the baby hairs and all that, some people you know, whatever. You get the point. Some people get in there with a toothbrush and all of that, and they do the little swoops and swirls, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. If you want to do the little tendrils on the side, whatever. Go crazy with it. But like I said, I'm all about things that are just super fast, super easy, but still look good. So next, what I use, I take old stockings. So anytime I have a pair of tights or stockings that are just worn out or they get a run, I save those. I take them and I cut them into strips like this. And then you just take that and lay it across your head and bring it back around in the front. So I have like a whole little bag of these that I have. I keep some in my nightstand. I keep some in the medicine cabinet. So I just have these laying around. Sometimes when I go to the gym, I'll do this too as I'm working out, and it just discreetly keeps my hair in place. And then I just take another one. This one's a bit shorter, so I'm just going to use that around the back. And then usually I can just leave this on for about 10 minutes or so as I'm getting ready. So if you wanted to do this in the morning as you are, you know, refreshing the style, you can do that. Again, this step is totally optional and totally extra, but that is how I lay down my edges. So I'll be back to show you the final finished product with my slick down edges and baby hair popping and all of that. So stick with me and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've taken down my little strips of fabric, and this is the finished look. And you can see here in all of its glory. So yeah, I love to wear this style. This is like my fancy updo that I'll wear when I have a special occasion, or if I just want to look, you know, sophisticated. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I love bringing you guys new content. And for those of you who are team natural and are thinking about throwing in the towel, do not give up. Please don't give up. You don't have to spend a lot of time on your hair. So hopefully I've shown you that. I have plenty other tutorials where I show like my repertoire of styles that I go to. I would say on wash day, I spend anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour on my hair tops. And then every morning, I don't think I spend more than like 5 minutes on my hair in the morning. So again, if you like this video, don't forget to rate and subscribe. Check me out on all of my social media channels. I love to post on Instagram especially. And so hopefully you guys can join me over there. And until next time, stay classy and stay fabulous.